It seems like I'm the only one crazy enough to come out on a day like today. There's a 30% chance of rain and it's pretty windy, making today not the most ideal day for wildlife photography. But hey, isn't that just Britain? Isn't that what we're used to? Isn't that what we love? A bit of a challenge. Today I have come to a place called Chobham Common. This is a huge expanse of heathland, lots of hills. There's little tree areas like this on top of quite a few of these hills. We're going to walk through this woodland area. I'm not looking at doing much here because the lighting is so poor. But when we get out to the heathland, we've got a very overcast day, meaning the light is soft and even. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some good wildlife if we find the wildlife. And that's the challenge out here. It's such a large expanse of just wilderness that finding wildlife in the first place is the difficult part. I'm starting to understand why I'm the only one in that car park. I've been walking through miles of mud. This is impassable if you don't have big brown leather boots on. And we have made it to the open expanse of Chobham Common. Behind me you can see there's just rolling fields of heath and grass and all this wilderness that we can't trek through. We have to stay on the paths. And because of this, wildlife is going to be quite a long distance away. If it wants to perch on a tree like this one just to my left, that tree is not right next to the path. So this takes us on to what gear have we brought with us to do wildlife photography with. Let's get into my backpack. Well, hang on, we're not getting in the back. Let's see what's inside the backpack. Is that going to work as a seat? Look at that. It's almost like there is a seat provided. Oh my word, I sound like that guy. Thank you for the gate provided. Thank you for the seat provided. If you've seen him, you'll know what I mean. So, in the backpack, it's a heavy one today. First of all, we've got my entire filming setup, of which I've got my proper equipment. I've got my Canon 250D, I have my Boya MM1 mic on top, and I have one of my many tripods, which takes me onto the tripod I have here. Now this is my Manfrotto B3 tripod, a carbon fiber heavy duty tripod, which is going to help us stabilize our lens. I also have a selfie stick here for my Insta360 camera, which got the shot of the car at the beginning. I'll use this to do a little bit of vlogging. In the top here, I also have a little Bible, which we will dive into a bit later. It's a super old copy from the 1800s. Anyway, I'm going to save my excitement about that. In the main part of the bag here, we have the Canon 7D Mark II and the Sigma 150 to 600mm lens. This is one honking great setup and it's very heavy, hence the tripod we have here. But the tripod itself isn't what's going to attach to the camera. That's going to be this. Now this is Manfrotto's MVH 500AH video head. It's a high quality video head which can also be used for still photography. It has a fluid resistance, meaning when moving the camera it's so smooth and you can move the camera easily without worrying about things like camera shake. Finally, I have my flask here. It's a pretty chilly morning. This flask is full of hot honey water. That's going to be soothing my throat because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of talking today. Maybe I'm wrong, but hey, that is what is in my camera bag. As I say, this whole camera setup that I'm using to film would also be in here, making it quite full. You know, it's a pretty crazy hike when your boot laces come undone. Oh, they're so muddy, but if I want my feet to remain waterproofed, I'm just gonna have to do it. Oh, they're so wet. They've been through every bit of mud on this common. There we go. And I've decided this is where we're going to set up. We're in the field, but we've got trees there, all across there, a big bit of trees behind me, a little tree here, and there's some water over there. Everything that should attract wildlife. So let's get set up. Today I've gone for a tripod setup, which is actually quite unusual for me. If you've been around for a while, I tend to walk around until I find wildlife. I don't tend to use tripods because I find being stuck in one position is quite restricting, and it's also less weight not taking a tripod with you. Equally, today I thought, you know what, let's do something a bit different. The weather's a bit naff, so tripod photography makes sense, and I haven't had my tripod out for a while. I was up for carrying a heavy backpack. This tripod has spinning locks, which is actually my first tripod to ever have spinning locks. And what do I think about them? I don't mind them. They're covered in rubber, and being a Manfrotto tripod, they're very good quality. It's what you would expect. The clips though just give me a bit more reassurance that they're always done up. You see here, I feel like they're potentially going to slip. I can't see if these twisters are fully twisted up without putting a bit of pressure on. Whereas a clip, if it's clipped down, you know it's clipped down. Hello, buddy. Oi. Not that. Hello. Yeah, you can sniff that one. Okay, I'm gonna, no, oi. Thank you. Right, trying to steal my Canon 250D. Yeah, I bet a lot of people would want to do that, but it's not a ball. I'm sorry, the fluff isn't a ball. No, it's a microphone. I'm not throwing that for you. No, it's gonna go in here. Sticking around. Man, I've wanted a dog for a long time. This is really making me want one. Aren't you cute? Yeah, you are. Whose dog is this? You have an owner, right? Yes. Oh, blimey, yes. Hey, where's your walker? I've spotted my first bird. No way. No way is that what I think it is. I may have just... Let me check the photos before I say anything. I've seen you eyeing up this beanie. Yes, this is a camouflaged, authentic, handmade beanie, which I make out in the great outdoors like this. This beanie is super warm, super comfy. As I say, it's handmade by me, so it's super authentic and has a little cross tag if you're interested. These beanies are in my shop alongside a bunch of other handmade stuff. You'll find crosses and AirTag cases and many more other crazy things. I appreciate all the support, and it goes to making these videos possible. Tell me I'm being crazy, please. Genuinely, in the comments down below, tell me if I'm being crazy, because I might just be hopeful thinking, but I could swear that was a Dartford warbler. It had the bluey grey on top and an orange underside. What other bird has those colours? Here is the photo. Please, in the comments down below, tell me if you agree with me, because I'm not 100%. It's almost like I'm doubting it because I don't believe it could be true. There's quite a few crows flying overhead, probably looking for carrion dead animals out here in these fields. And so I've been taking some pictures against an overcast sky, where the clouds are moving very fast, but it is still an overcast sky. They're looking like silhouettes, but the outline of a crow is still a pretty cool photo. There's been no wildlife for quite a while, so hopefully we'll see that Dartford warbler again. It was out in the gorse all the way over there, meaning that the pictures we got were relatively low resolution because it's such a long way away. I'm thinking of moving from here to down there. The issue is down there is where the water is because it's low lying ground. Now this book, which I showed you earlier, is a Bible, and this one was released on the 1st of August 1895. It's a super old Bible. Now if you've watched some of my adventure videos, especially my travel ones where I go and live out of my car, you'll see I spend a lot of time reading and studying this book, as I do believe it is the Word of God. This book is full of miracles and teachings and testimonies of just greatness, honestly. And if you haven't read a Bible before, I would encourage you to go and pick one up. Just jump into it. Jump into the New Testament. Why not? It's a great read, if nothing else. There's so many life lessons we can learn from this book. I was talking to someone the other day who was asking me, like, what do you do as a teenager? You know, do you just go out and get drunk and have fun? And I responded saying, I actually don't drink. And they were like, what do you do? And one of the things I answered was reading my Bible. And she was like, are you a Christian? And I was like, yeah, I am a Christian. And she was like, I've never properly read the Bible. It's a big book, but there's some great teachings in there, you know, great morals. And lots of people say, yes, Jesus was a fantastic moral teacher. I can't remember who said it, but he's either the greatest teacher and Messiah alive, or he's a complete nutter, because he did claim to be God. I'll leave that up to you to decide, but this Bible, not this one specifically, any Bible is worth picking up and reading if you haven't before. This Dartford warbler hasn't shown up again. I've seen it twice now, and I'm hoping I'll see it one more time.